Hi guys, I want to talk to you about when I worked at Jack in the Box. That was my first job, working at Jack in the Box. I was looking for a part-time job, and I was in high school, my senior year of high school, and Jack in the Box was, I guess, apparently always hiring. So I worked there. I think I worked there from 1989 to 1990. I worked there from a year in my senior of high school, and yeah, it was a pretty fun job. I only got 4.25, guys, because back then minimum wage was like 4.25 an hour. So, but now it's really high right now. But I just wanted to tell you my experience working at Jack in the Box, in 1989 to 1990. I remember when I first started, I was asking like the owner, "What's in this sandwich? What's in that sandwich?" And he was like, "What? You don't know what's on the sandwiches?" And I'm like, "No, I don't eat at Jack in the Box," because I was young, so I didn't have like a car at that time, so I would have to like have my dad just drop me off and pick me up, and I didn't really like order fast food at that young of an age, so I didn't have a car. So he seemed a little bit annoyed, but after a while, I got used to knowing what was on the sandwiches, and I kind of like forced myself to, when I got my breaks and lunches, and I would order some sandwiches that I would not normally eat just to see what's on the sandwiches. Now, the most popular sandwich at that time was called the sourdough jack sandwich, I think it was called. It's a sourdough bread, buttery bread, like, and it had like a burger and cheese and maybe less tomato. Might have bacon, I'm not sure. Yeah, so I worked in the summer a lot. Was really busy in the summer, guys, and it was super busy, but um, it was a fun job. We got free unlimited sodas when we were working. So that was kind of cool. And our we would get like half off on fries, sandwiches, drinks for free. So like fries, sandwiches, that was half off. And so we would get a 30-minute break. I would just eat in the break room in the back and just try different foods. I like their tacos. They're very greasy and cheesy and very greasy. And I got the Jumbo Jack a lot because it's a cheaper burger. It was only like, I don't know how much the burger is. I think it's like around $2.50, $3 now. So like half off. It's like $1.50. It's a really cheap meal. So the one bad part was the customers. They weren't very friendly. Not all of them, but some of them weren't very friendly. I remember one customer, I guess he just wanted a burger without tomatoes. And I guess when he received it, it had tomatoes on it. And he comes back to me at the register and he says, "I said no tomatoes." He takes the tomato off the burger and slams it on the counter. I was like, oh my God. It was like, just chill, guys. Just chill. So that part was kind of, I don't know, not good, not friendly. And I remember another time, a lot of times we were really slow and we were low staffed. That I would have to move super, super fast. And the manager was just like, "Karen, you gotta move fast," because normally in the fast food as a cashier, your job is just to take the orders and that's it, and maybe do some stocking. But if we were, and they're supposed to have another person just get the food and for the dining customers. And if we're slow, we didn't have anybody to do that. One time it was just the manager. One time it was just the manager, and she was like at the drive-through, just me cashiering and getting the food. And I think we would have one fry cook and one regular cook, doing like the burgers and stuff. And so that's very low staff, guys. And I remember one time she's like, "Karen, you gotta move faster. You gotta get these orders out. We're short-handed today." And this customer didn't like the way she was talking to me, and she's like, "That's just not, nah, that's not nice. That's wrong." So she just left. So, but I didn't really have any bad management. They're pretty friendly. I did have a lot of different fast food jobs that were maybe not as friendly, but they were pretty friendly. So yeah, when I first started working at Jack in the Box, I had to go in the back. There was a TV, and they were doing like these little video tutorials on like how to do this, how to do that, how to ring up customers. And after I did that, they're like, "Do you want to start ringing up customers?" I was so nervous and shy at that time. I watched this kid. I still remember his name. He was very smart. He was like 16 years old. His name was Aaron. I still remember him. So Aaron, if you're watching this, let me know. Anyways, he was just telling me what to do, and that's just what you got to do this, you got to do that, and I was so nervous, but I was able to like bring up my first customer and him watch me, and I just had so much anxiety about it. But after a while, of course, you know, I did that, and I started learning drive-through. I didn't really do any cooking at Jack in the Box though. All right, so yeah, I worked there about a year. What happened was, I think after I graduated high school, I went to see my mom. She was living, it was either Georgia or West Virginia or New Hampshire. I can't remember what state she was, somewhere in the east. And I remember staying there for a couple of months. I think it was Georgia actually. And I remember working at Del Taco for the summer, so I think it was Georgia. And I told them, you know, I just wanted to take a vacation and come back. And they said, yeah, sure, no problem. And so when I came back to Jack in the Box, I'm like, I'm back from vacation. When can I start working again? And they're like, well, we're really full staff right now, so we'll just call you, you know, when we're ready to hire more people. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, I didn't think they were gonna call me. They'd never called me, so I decided, screw this, I'm gonna go work somewhere else. So my next job, I worked, there was a new Carl's Jr. opened up not very far from that particular Jack in the Box, and I think I got a quarter more than, I think I got $4.50, quarter more, not much, guys. So that could be my next video, working at Carl's Jr. Worked there for 3 years, and I know it's a long time for fast food. If you guys ever worked at Jack in the Box, let me know what your experience was, like in the past, or if you work there now, in the present, let me know anything about Jack in the Box, or what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace!